Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of The Road to the Big Five. Now, so far in the competition, we've seen contestants go through intense challenges. Well, today's episode, super special because the challenge today is something a little familiar. And that's why I'm welcoming you to Diamond TV Presented Search. Oh no, you know why I did that? Well, because today's challenge is a media challenge. So for you who watch Diamond TV, you know that DPS can get quite intense. Well, on the challenge today, Alice will be joined by Diamond TV Chief Visionary Officer, Costa Mwansa. And this media challenge is going to be intense, so you better buckle up. It's about to be a rough ride.
Let me show you how it feels to dance. Let me hold you. This a shalom, really my lover. There ain't no other can follow in my lead. Girl, let me hold you. This a shalom, really, and we won't skip a beat.
With today's episode being a media challenge, who best to have as judge for these contestants than Diamond Media Chief Visionary Officer and President of the Media Honors Association of Zambia, Costa Mwansa.
What I expect out of this from Mr. Mwansa is greatness. I think he knows better when it comes to the media challenge. Like I had said from the beginning, I have no idea how the media challenge is all about and how they structure it. So he is the best judge. So I expect nothing but greatness.
Thank you so much, Alice. Thank you so much for having us. How are you guys? How are you guys? Great. So, as introduced, my name is Costa Mwansa. I love to call myself the Chief Visionary Officer of Diamond Media Group. Why visionary? Because my job is very simple. I am not involved in the day-to-day running of the business. I'm involved basically on planning for the next 5 to 10 years of the business. I have been a media practitioner or a journalist for the last 20 years now. How many are over 20 here? Below 20? Wow, so I started journalism before you were born. But anyway, great to have you. The importance of public speaking and the importance of very clear communication is a life skill. It's a skill that each individual needs to have. You may win or lose a contract on the basis of your ability to be able to communicate effectively. And there are 5 titles here, one of them being Miss World, the other being Miss Universe. Those of you that will qualify and be able to represent Zambia on that international platform, obviously you will have opportunities to walk on the runway, but more importantly, you're asked questions about yourself, you're asked questions about your country, and you're asked questions about various subjects and topics. And it's at that point where millions are watching you, where we don't only get to see your beauty or your handsomeness, but we also get to discover more about your content or your brain matter. And nobody wants to have a dull blonde. You get what I'm saying? And even if you're not very sure about the subject matter, if you're able to communicate clearly, it's important. Communication that is not clear or communication that is not well coordinated in my profession is basically described as noise. We call it noise because you are supposed to tailor a message, understand your audience, and then clearly communicate to your audience. So let me give you an example. And you're unlucky because you're the one holding the microphone, so I'll throw the question to you. If the word is good morning, how would you say good morning in picture form?
Thank you very much. I would use the sun because the rising of the sun is an indication that we are in a new day. So for me, basically just using the sun.
Does everybody agree? Who disagrees? Oh, you're not getting it. Oh, speak up. So effective communication. We'll get to that.
Thank you. So I was saying I would use the sun to symbolize the morning. Yes.
The rising sun.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does everyone agree? Okay. What if we had to use the word complex? How would you tell the word complex in picture form? the guy in the curls just showed me a face of complex. He was like, yes.
Okay, I think
Kindly speak up. So
share-
I'll just call you Solwezi.
Okay. Sharing the word complex to me in picture form.
I can't get you.
Okay, sharing the word complex to me in picture form would be a picture of a puzzle, a word puzzle. Not specifically with the word complex, but maybe with the first letter, just the puzzle, creatively made. Why? Because the puzzle is complex. It requires you to do a lot of work. So for me, the word complex would be a picture of a puzzle. Thank you.
Who agrees and who disagrees? You disagree? You disagree? Lusaka, let's hear what Lusaka has to say. Why do you disagree that the puzzle doesn't symbolize complex?
I would say that as much as it's a bit, okay, for my brain, it's a bit too simple. What came to my mind was an abstract picture. So you know how abstract paintings are very complex. You don't know where they start, where they end. Sometimes it's even hard to interpret what it means. So something that's complex, it's hard to break it down to analyze what it is.
Great.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you all of you for your answers. And really, even as I was throwing these questions, I didn't have an idea of which picture to put for complex. Puzzle, abstract picture, all those are brilliant answers. But what this shows, guys, is that there's diversity here and people think differently. And that is exactly how your audience is. You're talking to people who are illiterate, you're talking to people who are uneducated, you're talking to people who are educated, experts, professors, and so on. And when you say your brain thinks in a very complex way, it's exactly at the heart of communication. And we say in communication that you must keep it very simple. Don't think very simple. And because you are in the offing to represent Zambia on the big stage, we will divide you into 6 teams. Your assignment as a group is to create a 5-minute video. This 5-minute piece needs to represent the topic Zambia Kuchalo.
Costa has given the contestants their tasks and now they are off to plan and execute. And now fast forward, they come back into the presentation room where they show what they came up with. And to start with is Team 1, which is made up of contestants Faith Mukonko, Charity Mumba, Susan Mawere, Senzerina Sakala, Innocent Chana, McLawrence Musonda. Will they impress Costa? Well, let's see.
Contestants, welcome to the presentation room.
Amazing, thank you.
You're amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so I believe you're the team lead.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Kitwe,
Yes, Faith.
Faith. Tell us about the assignment and what we're about to watch.
My team is Team 1. We were tasked with creating media for television under the theme Zambia Kuchalo. We decided to go with a storyline-based video, one that also involved humor and was very informative. And the main theme for us was explaining what makes our towns unique. I produced this 5-minute piece and co-produced with Mumba, a charity, and it was directed by Senzrina. Our scriptwriters were Innocent and McLawrence, and Susan was in charge of the music.
So this is a piece for TV.
Yes, it is.
5 minutes.
Yes, it is.
So during my presentation to you, I spoke about the aspect of storytelling. I spoke about the aspect of understanding your audience and the aspect of clear communication. Will we see all that in this 5-minute piece?
My team and I are quite confident that we incorporated those aspects into the video, and we're hopeful that we incorporated them in a way that's very clear to you.
Let's watch.
One cool Zambian evening, 6 friends gathered for what was meant to be a light conversation. Music, trends, and for the boys, girls. But something changed. The conversation deepened, and one by one, we began to share what makes our cities truly unique. Faith went first. 3 years ago, I signed my very first major business deal and went out for a celebratory black coffee. I'm a Coppola girl, so black coffee, Black Mountain, come on, it only makes sense. As I had my first sip, Commander Nico walked in. And just like that, the energy changed. He bought us all drinks. Because that's the energy in Kitwe. It's unmatched, it is vibrant. People dream big, and most of all, they show it off. Even the language says it all. Bakamba, Jombo Alila, Tobabonse. Oh Kitwe, what a city. That's the kind of energy we love. McLaurin's was next.
Deep in the copper belt, there's a town that is more than just copper. It is the heartbeat of Zambia. This is Chilawombwe, a town born from mining dream and community spirit. In the market restaurants, you find warmth and laughter with nshima and fish on the table. This is a town where community comes first. In Chilawombwe, copper is a business, but the community is the heartbeat. Come for the copper, stay for the people. I wonder what else is interesting about Zambia.
By the time he was done, we all wanted to move to beautiful Chilawombwe. Next, Sanzarina and Susan took us on a trip Kumawa.
Welcome to Chipata, my hometown, Takulandilani Konokwatu Kumawa, where the sun rises over the mountain, a city known as a sun city and a culture city, and home of Mtwala.
Coming from a place where life moves with rhythm you cannot rush. Bicycles and motorbikes welcome you to the steady pace of my town. Chipata, a place where you can reconnect with yourself and others.
Laid under Paramount Chief Mpezen IV, Nkosiyama Nkosi, Chipata is known for its rich art, culture, and heritage, expressed through our dances, songs, and traditional attire.
If you are lucky and visit at the right time, you will experience the Nchwala ceremony where history, pride, and identity come together.
Chipata definitely stole our hearts and reminded us why we would never take dancing lessons from these two. Jeez, talk about 2 left feet. Anyway, Charity spoke next.
Deep in Luapula province lies a city called Mwense, known for its fishing activities as well as a proud saying, Luapula Ntondo Ichalo Javsaka, meaning a city that is clean and full of abundance.
When I visited in December, I was drawn to the beautiful Musonda Falls, a true hidden gem. I discovered something even more interesting. This natural wonder doubles with an hydroelectric power station, generating 10 megawatts of energy. Mwense is home to the Musunshi banana scheme. Sweet bananas, the perfect test of the region's abundance.
Mwense may not shout for attention, but it rewards those with unforgettable memories about the city, its culture, and its scenery. I wonder if there's any city like Mwense.
We're not sure about that, Charity, but after tasting the fish from Mwense, one thing is certain, nothing else compares. Innocent went last.
Where I come from, Kawe is not just a town, it lies at the center of Zambia. Rich in history and meaning, it is a home to 2 iconic landmarks.
The Mulungushi Rock of Authority, where major national decisions were made. during the liberation struggle and one-party era, symbolizing leadership and unity. The famous Big Tree, a historical resting point for travelers and early trades, now a national monument.
Innocent never misses a chance to inspire us. We were already planning our next road trip to Kabwe. At the end of the night, we all agreed Zambia is more than a country. It is our identity, our heritage, and our pride. Because when we know where we come from and recognize the richness of what we have, we stand with confidence, grounded with a sense of belonging and ready to show the world who we are. This is Zambia Kuchalo.
Give me the time code. Great. So you were tasked to do a 5-minute piece. Huh? It's 5 minutes, 12 seconds. I can accept that. At least it's just 12 seconds over because you were trying to fit in everybody. First of all, what do I see out of that? Great job, great job. Big hand to all of you guys. Within the short space of time, I can see creativity. I love the creativity. I love the storytelling. I know that you're not full-time media people, so I can understand the technical glitches here and there. But first of all, I love the creativity that I'm seeing in there. Who was doing the narration?
I was.
You were. Great voice, good job, great
Thank you.
intonation. I told you that storytelling has to be memorable and relatable. So the black coffee still rings in my mind. The Jombo Ilile, Chilabombwe. You're not so much of a great speaker, but because of that creativity around the Kopa and obviously just the Kopala language, those are things that I can relate to. Kabwe, unfortunately your piece for me was not really captivating. I didn't see the intonation that I was looking for. You were very flat in it. The two girls from Chipata, it still sticks in my mind, the issue of the dancing and so on. But the narration, you can tell the difference in terms of when you speak to camera and when you begin to narrate. I think you really need to improve on that. If you're going to walk on the runway, speak to judges and really hit the international platform, you need to practice and perfect that. Mwense, you were good as well. I think the camera loves you. You need to practice a lot. But I think you wasted some time. I mean, why do I need to know about 10 megawatts of power and the hydro stuff? I think that was irrelevant in that piece. You're talking about the waterfalls, lovely about it. The pronunciation, again, clarity, Mununshi, the banana scheme. So all those things you need to really look at. But I think with the space of time that you were given, I think I can give you a good 8 out of 10, guys.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Alice? They've shocked you.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Thank you. The storytelling was amazing. At least we all stayed glued and we watched to the end, you know. The teamwork was amazing. You could tell that they worked together. You could tell they wanted to pass a message and the message was really passed. And I think, yeah, they did amazing.
Pretty impressive, huh? And very good. 8 out of 10 from Costa. Well, we get to team 2 with Chinosole Chishingi, Jackson Mumba, James Kapata, Mario Piri, Victor Pikiti, Abigail Piri.
Tell us more about your assignment.
Okay, so our assignment, which was themed Zambia Kuchalo, what we wanted to execute is to show a part of Zambia that is not really spoken about. Zambia is home to many wonderful places, but I believe one thing that is not really shown to the world is the heart of Zambia, which are the people, their daily activities. So through our activity, through our video, rather, we wanted to show a part of Zambia that people would love to see once they come. Of course, they can come to Zambia to see all the different part of places, the Livingstone and other wonderful places, but except we want them to experience the people of Zambia. That is what we tried to execute with our assignment.
So the platforms that were assigned were different. What's your platform?
We had TV.
TV.
Yes.
Great. And what we're about to see will incorporate everything that we discussed yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, let's watch.
Hello Zambia, thank you for tuning into Diamond TV. Today I'm your host Kapata James.
And my name is Chinosole Chishingi.
Mulibwanji.
Mujibiepi.
Mayoyo Mwane.
Mulishani.
Well, thank you for watching us today. So today's theme is Zambia
Kuchalo. And today what we're trying to do is to dive you in the typical life of a Zambian person.
We've seen Zambia moving away from being a landlocked country to that of being a landlocked country. And it's about that we are changing the narrative today as Zambians.
Okay, so today be part of telling a story that defines each and every Zambian's daily life.
Sometimes tunakwenda na bus so that we can interact with people. That's called ubuntu. Same people, a different destination, same path.
This is what defines Zambia's economy, the selling and buying that happens every day. In doing this, we are pushing our economy forward and helping our economy to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also used as a new...
As you can see, cassava is one of the staple food that we as Zambians eat.
Not only cassava, we have maize too. I have one with my eyes. These are the staple food that we are supposed to showcase for Zambia. Most people think Zambia is not a friendly country, but come and visit and you see it for yourself.
Okay, so James, looking at what we have heard, what would be your thought or your conclusion?
Well, away from seeing the Zambian citizen working and putting food on the table, believe me, Zambians can cook. And one of the funny part is that we can't...
Many of the times we put forth the drivers of Zambia while it's forgetting the main builders of Zambia's economy, which are the drivers, the conductors of Zambia. And today I'm glad that when we spoke...
Well, thank you so much for watching our show.
Please. Solwezi.
Yes, sir. Chino Sole.
Chino.
Yes.
Chino, I think you're very likable. You've got a very good personality and a good face for TV. But this piece, guys, Team 2, really rubbish. Just totally pathetic. Why? First of all, you've got 5 minutes. Where do you even get the time to start having 30 seconds, 40 seconds of nothing but just shots of streets, buses, and music? That means that there's no content. We spoke about content yesterday. When I look at the whole 5 minutes, I just don't get it. What's the story? First of all, it lacks creativity. The thing that even makes it more boring, especially for young people who are supposed to be creative and more exciting and showing Zambia to the world, is why would you go and do a magazine type of a style? You know, two presenters standing and things like that. But granted, there was chemistry between the two presenters. I like that. But why were you holding that cheap diary? Sir, give him the microphone. Why are you holding that diary?
Okay, the reason why I was holding the diary, I couldn't compose myself properly with the hands.
We spoke about confidence. That diary was just off. But then, sir, the guy who jumped on the bus, the only thing I remember, because now you look like the conductor yourself, sorry, because there was no story there. What are you? So, okay, you're selling Zambia to me. What's unique about we get on a bus? Ngabatuti, I'll not even talk about it. I just don't know what you're talking about. The worst of it, nutrition, economy, mpwa, katap. What was all that about? Like, what story have you told?
Okay, to support my team, we've noticed Zambia being talked about. Most of the times, they always talk about the tourist attractions, but it's rare for you even around the streets or in most of the hotels to find such a life. And I could give this practical example here at Agora. As you enter just these apartments, you can see that life just across the walls.
Yeah. So yesterday I was saying, in communication, it needs to be simple, it needs to be clear. When you communicate, a person needs to get it first time. Now, if you have to explain to me after I've watched, it's only in your head. You know it, we don't know it, we can't see it. Because if you're talking about nutrition, economy, we're supporting our economy. Okay, so if I told you, I'm holding Impwa na Katapa, this is about Zambia's nutrition and we're supporting the economy, would that make you come to Zambia?
No.
You're too serious. You break my cameras. Yeah, smile a bit, my guy. So really, guys, 1 out of 10.
Not very good there.
All the best.
Let's see if the next group can do better or worse. In here we have Jesus, Adam Shibi, Tionenji Banda, Nancy, Konduani, Joaki.
Contestants, welcome to the presentation. So, Livingston, your team lead?
Yes, sir. That's
Does
right.
your group have a name?
We call ourselves the Mighty Six.
The Mighty Six. Wow, interesting. So the Mighty Six and Livingston, tell me about your assignment.
So our assignment was to do a TikTok challenge or video that's duration of 5 minutes with reference to Zambia Kuchalo, meaning taking Zambia to the world. So within 5 minutes, we take Zambia to the world and we give you the experience of Zambia, but outside Zambia. So you get to live that life of a Zambian person, but outside. You have that experience in 5 minutes.
Great. This is for TikTok?
Yes, this is for TikTok.
Okay, let's see the reel.
Zambia? What is that?
Don't run! Put it back! Put it back! Don't run!
What do you mean, Zambia? I don't know. Most people here
I hope this is not what it is. One of you drank?
What is this?
Forward.
Dissolve! Dissolve.
Hello, good evening. I'm fine, thank you. I'm so sorry, the time is 16:40. We're no longer accepting visitors.
What?
It's 16:40. Yes, we close at 17.
This is National Museum.
I'm sorry, we're not taking anyone.
Iya, bagamba. Ilo nshitala mwesa museum. Na besala. Kabia ni mutambe kofi ama crocodiles. Or better yet, go to Victoria Falls.
What?
Thank you,
Na
sir.
besala. Kabia.
It's closed. Thank you.
You're still watching the same video?
abantu ni kibi nakikwenkebuka n'abasangalala kyaki basambya tukondo kyaki mumva vuvuzela kyaki nzoli wa kisungu kyaki tulumba basambya walula opponent alala kyaki kipa nashikula kyaki
I told you, man. It's King Tech Pandemics.
Sorry, you're tired, eh? The Mighty Six, you call yourselves? Yes. Okay, so first of all, I know this is a TikTok piece, it's a TikTok reel, so I can give you some kudos for the fact that you shot using a phone?
Yes.
Okay, the sound was bad. In most times I couldn't get some of the things that you were saying, but obviously the editing for social media, some creativity here and there. But instructions are very important. 5 minutes of a piece, each one of you is supposed to be seen. This assignment, I was brought here to discuss media, I was brought here to discuss communication. What I've seen more there, I'm not from film school. I see more acting than anything else, because what I'm trying to gauge, or what we're trying to see, is how well can you present yourself. I really wanted to hear you saying something, but what was happening there is you were in character most of the time. Somebody is selling salala or hawking and doing all sorts of things. So really for that, for me, you failed the assignment on the instructions. Yes, I understand the part of the creativity, the 1640 and the crocodile and the banter because it's social media. But remember, we're communicating. This message is supposed to go out to somebody that you want to entice to come to Zambia. So yes, you've been to the museum and so on, but they should have been something that held these ideas together and communicate. But I really wanted to at least have a feel and a taste of what each and every one of you can do speaking wise. There you missed it. But I can give you 2 for your creativity. What role were you? You were a superstar from where?
I was imitating one of the best artists we have in the country, which is Your Maps.
Oh, that's you being Your Maps.
Yeah, and I was also a seller at some point. So
you were so many things. This gentleman was. You were the tourist.
He was the man living the Zambian life in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you see, communication is very important. I mean, if you tell people Zambia is friendly and you're hospitable, the first thing he jumps onto the road and you're screaming at him and things like that. You see, so that
like as we said from preamble, we're giving you a Zambian experience in 5 minutes, so you're living that life. So we don't have to explain that when you come to Zambia, when you're living the life. So you're living the life, you get to experience what happens when you're in that life. That's why it's living that life in 5 minutes. We've brought Zambia to you to live that life in 5 minutes.
Like I always say, if I don't get it the first time and you need to explain to me and explain to me to get it, then you just don't get it. So 2 out of 10, guys. I really wanted to hear more of you than see more of you. Do you have a voice? Yes. You speak? Did you say anything in there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you wanted to say something?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
I think because our team was more focused on the fact that it's TikTok, and TikTok, it's mostly about entertainment and upbeat and not really explaining too much stuff, and that's the route that we had taken on that part. I'm sure you saw even the sound effects that we had put just to make it fun.
Brilliant.
And upbeat.
I agree with that, but remember the instructions and the assignment. You can fail an exam because you didn't listen to the instructions. Each one of you within that 5 minutes needed to remember, this assignment is about media, it's about public speaking, it's about communication. So I needed to hear you say something. That's why I've asked this man whether he has a voice, because he hasn't literally said anything. But yeah, the creativity, I saw it, it was there. It's a good piece, the video and the editing and all that. Okay. But I think we should have brought in some semblance of storytelling and each one of you being able to show us what you can do with your speaking.
I see. I think we wanted the video to speak more for itself than...
Assignment.
Yes, sir.
In fact, with that said, I'm giving you 0.
No.
We'll still get back to 2 for creativity. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
By the way, this thing of whenever it's Zambian food, it always has to be mateveto. And you call it traditional food and whatever. Please, Zambia has better things to show. Great, guys.
Thank you.
My team knows why I don't like that. In every DPS shoot, when I say...
A solid 2 out of 10? Very close to Team 2. Maybe Team 4 has better because it includes both our People's Choice Award winners of the Big 5 Supra Fashion Show. Well, in this group we have Luai Latif, Albert Chungu, Mubanga Hatioka, Utrace Matachela, Monica Mushota, Samantha Lebowitz.
Samantha, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not well, Samantha. I'm actually very upset with you guys.
Understand.
Part of communication is keeping time. Why wasn't your assignment submitted on time?
Unfortunately, we just ran into some barriers, and that's why we couldn't.
And so you think I've got all the time in the world to just wait for you?
No. My apologies. That is very wrong of us.
We are not here to play, guys. And do not again waste our time. If you are people who are going to be respected, you're models who are going to go far, imagine you're keeping a client for an endorsement waiting for you. You were given clear instructions just like everybody else to submit your assignment at a certain time. I cannot be waiting for you. So remember that you're going into this presentation with 3 points knocked off from you. So yes, Samantha, tell me about your assignment.
So our video has different clips. One is a traditional dance where we go into explaining the tradition, and then we go into talking about Zambian food, especially in Shima, and then we go into talking about Chishimba Falls and Bilili Springs, and then we end the video.
Okay, so we spoke about teamwork. Explain to me how the roles were distributed and how you worked as a team.
We all played a part in it. We all wanted everyone to be in a clip, to say something. So we initially discussed that everyone will show 2 times in the video. We all discussed what we would say, what everyone was comfortable saying, and then that's how we split the roles. And then when it came to, unfortunately, time management, we were not the best. communication. We're not the best at it, so.
And which platform is your video on?
Facebook.
Facebook. And we're still within the 5-minute mark.
Yes.
Will we see in this video storytelling, clear communication, and creativity?
I believe so.
Let's watch.
Alo, atishani hapo. Mwalimu kwa Zambia kuchalo. Hiyo tola milango.
I didn't know there was such a dance in Zambia. Oh, really? Yeah. Girl, yes.
Is that one of you? That's you?
Practiced by the members. Oh, wow, that's interesting to know.
And this is how it's done. This is a Bemba traditional dance performed during marriage, Shilanga Mulilo, and when welcoming guests.
You've heard of Avena Luapula, Avena Mchinga. Bembas are originally from the northern part of Zambia, one of the largest ethnic groups.
Etini achane na baby no. Sikujua nitapenda hivi. Akiniacha minakuwa chizi. Baby turn around, I wanna see your back. Biggie heavy ya futumbo flat. Ukimwaga maji nipote bomat. Play some music, get a
One thing I admire about the Bemba culture is how their bloodline and inheritance are traced through the woman. It is a beautiful reminder that even in the African tradition societies, women have always held powerful and central roles.
So now, if there's something that always brings us together as Zambians, it's sharing a meal together. Sharing a meal together is more than happiness, it's more than joy, it's something that everybody always looks forward to. Imagine you go to an event and they tell you it's time to have a meal. Everybody's excited. And Zambia has like the most exciting meals. You can never go wrong.
So, I'm sorry, son.
something interesting to share with you. Did you know that in Kalumo we have a hot spring called Elimination? Oh yes, it is actually known for its peaceful environment, warm waters and cultural practices. It is believed to have healing properties for cleansing and spiritual.
Pause. So Samantha.
Yes.
Who was the script writer?
We all wrote the script collectively.
Each one wrote their own piece.
Well, initially we would discuss between each other and then we'll see what works well.
So when you tell me we all wrote, each one wrote their part, who's the producer of this piece? You're the producer. So did you have one script that ran through the whole 5 minutes package or story?
So basically how we ran around the script is each and every person was assigned a role to play. So basically us putting the script together is having what sells Zambia. Each person has to come up with something that sells Zambia and then we put it together. So we realized that we have a few things that put Zambia together, which is our culture, our food, our dances, and the place itself.
Yeah. So it's not about the content. There's a reason why I asked this specific question. What you see in that piece is probably 6 different stories or 6 different pieces that are not gelled or glued together. It's not a story. So I have this feeling when I look at that work, it's like people were working in silos. You were working as individuals, and then you're trying to piece this thing together. There's no cohesion in that story. There's no cohesion. And then remember from what we discussed yesterday, the whole assignment is that we're supposed to really look at your ability to speak to audience, to communicate to audience. Yes, I understand this is Facebook, it's social media, there's a bit of acting here and there. But for example, when you danced and after, you were able to come through, remove the mask and you're able to explain. But when I watch more of the pictures again, I keep on seeing the lack of creativity. Why do I say this? Because everybody is going to Matebeto to show us in Shima. By the way, sorry, this is not about media, but you ought to be very careful. If I'm editing that to show, I know this is a Facebook space, but there's a brand you keep on showing there of a drink who are not sponsors, and who's paying for that advert. Now, all of you, and you can tell there was no content there, because there's a point I asked you, you're just showing these paintings and there's just music playing and things like that. You drag that for a minute. And also it's like you're just trying to talk about where you're coming from. So you're talking about Bemba, Muchinga, Kalomo. Even that Kalomo part I didn't even understand. The sound was poor and what you were talking about. I could see there was no teamwork there. I could see there was no teamwork. I didn't want you to act out. In certain instances, you acted out your pieces. I'm trying to imagine you giving me something like you would be speaking and presenting to somebody when you're on the runway. Or remember, we spoke about an interview, except you're doing this piece for Facebook. There were a couple of you. I think you're the one in the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah, but then again, yeah, you spoke well. You did speak very well. But in the editing, you talk about the food, then you go and drink a cup of tea. Like for me, the messaging is a bit wrong. Then I don't understand. At the door, were you fainting? You were hungry?
No. So what was happening at the door is basically telling you to say, what makes us excited is Shima. So the model that was in the picture was hungry and all she wanted was Shima.
She was about to faint.
Yes. So the moment that she ate the Shima, she was excited and everything.
I didn't get, but also that piece was a waste of time. I didn't see you, or you came in, what was your role? Kalomo. You're the one who explains about Kalomo.
Yes, good afternoon. My
Good
name is Utre. I'm representing Kalomo.
Utre?
Utre, yes.
Okay.
So initially I was explaining about one of the hot springs that we have in Kalomo, trying to sell it. That's Bilili Hot Spring, where warm water just comes out from the ground. Where I come from, Kalomo, it is considered, or it is believed to be a place that have healing properties for cleansing and spiritual renewals.
I think that part of your story could have been told better with more picture, video, graphical work. You tell us all these nice things, but we can only imagine. For this, 1 out of 10, guys.
Understood.
I didn't hear what you said, Samantha. You're not communicating.
Understood.
You're disappointed.
Understood. Yes, I am.
Yeah. If you need to continue on the show, you need to do better, guys. And media is a very important component of what you're going to be doing. Remember, you are always going to be interacting with media, red carpet, interviews, and all that. Bring out your confidence, know what you're talking about, be confident about your country. All the best.
Thank you.
To be fair, they could have had 4 out of 10 if they weren't late, but, well, Team 5 will probably do better. We have Miriam Kalenga, Bridget Nalungwe, Limbikani Tembo, Mutale Kataso, Leila Zax, Vera Katita.
So tell us about your assignment.
Okay, so our group is Elite 5 Productions, and
what's it called again?
Elite 5
Elite
Production.
5.
Yes. So the meaning behind our name is because we believe in high quality production that doesn't take away from our authenticity. And in addition to that, we wanted to do a vlog style tour. So our task
What's your
was
platform?
YouTube. So our platform is YouTube, and we wanted to do a vlog style tour. And we wanted to show the hotspots of what we believe someone who's never been to Zambia would like to see. And we also wanted to highlight the accomplishments of Zambia and not just go for the generic things. We wanted to highlight the creativity, things that go overlooked in Zambia. Yes.
I hope that this team will do well because Mutale, you were on DPS, so you've been here before. Yes. Let's watch.
Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Elite 5 Production and this is Zambia.
Why do we have lip sync?
Subscribe. Be sure to comment.
And turn on the post notifications to get a reminder.
Did you know Barbara Banda was named first ever BBC's Women's Football Player of the Year in 2024? And in 2025, our very own Zambian athletes won 200 medals in international and continental competition. Another fun fact is our very own Zambian skateboarding team went to the African Championships and also placed a medal. And not to forget our very own Zambian brand, the Nkanduya to that showcased the It Can Be collection at the Milan and Paris Week Fashion Show in 2022.
Last year, our queens did exceptionally well at
Was that you? Yes. Miriam's camp? That's you. So I just wanted to point out something before I forget. You need to improve on your vocabulary. You keep on saying our very own, our very own, our very own, our very own, our very own. Like that's the only phrase you know. Our very own Barbara Banda, our very own skateboarders, our very own. No. You must expand your vocabulary. In fact, as part of an English lesson, you cannot use the same word in a sentence twice. Yes, so you need to be diverse and fluent, and I needed to point that. There's too much of our very own, our very own. Yeah.
Last year, our queens did exceptionally well at the international stages. From placing top 40 and winning the head-to-head challenge for the first time in Zambia at Miss World, and for winning top model of the year and Miss Supranational Africa. Eyes and ears are on Zambia after our powerful takeover in the modeling industry. And this year with the Big Five, we're making things even bigger. Now come a little closer. Let me just close your eyes. Bro, I said close your eyes.
When you think of Zambia, what comes to your mind? Is it the Big Five? Is it one of the 7 wonders of the world? Or are we talking about the land of the legendary safari? Whether it's dining under the stars of the Livingstone Dinner Express, or maybe you're feeling a little devilish, you can go whitewater rafting, or maybe you can dare to look over the Devil's Pool. Boat cruises on the Zambezi River as the sun sets. Wait. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? I'll let my friend take over.
Arise. The Lausa translation for Kuomboka comes from one of the 72 tribes, which also happens to be one of Zambia's biggest ceremonies celebrated. That brings people all around the world. It takes place in March, and when the king moves with his people from the flooded plains to the higher grounds. It celebrates unity, leadership, and culture. After the rhythmic beats of drums and the energetic dances, it is normal to stay low on your energy, and sometimes you need something to eat.
A plate of traditional food can turn any day around.
with our mixture of traditional vegetables. And of course, nothing beats nshima.
Nshima starts off as harvested maize. It can either be refined at a chigayo for personal consumption.
Skip.
Finally, we have the Agriculture Commercial Show that only happens once a year.
You work for Seedco?
For our Zambian agriculture, it is so important and vital to us because it boosts our economy, and what makes it so special and so festive is that when we have this agriculture and cultural show, it helps stimulate our economy because agriculture, if you did not know, is one of the major driving forces of
Kadasa,
our...
what's wrong with that? What would I say to that? Give him the mic to the presenter. To you, what's wrong with that?
We showed a brand, Seedco.
Oh yeah, that is a mistake, but I'm talking about the way he's presenting.
He's a little bit all over the place.
Give him the mic. What's your name, sir?
Limbikani.
Limbikani. Are you a rapper?
Yes, I do music.
So. Like, you're in my face, so. Limbikani, tell us more about your country, and you're at a pageant. I'm from Zambia. The capital is Lusaka. We have 72 tribes. Yeah?
Yes, I get what you're saying, sir.
That's the correct posture. That's what we spoke about yesterday?
Not really the correct. I don't feel like it applies to this particular field.
I mean, I understand it's a Facebook video, but target audience really matters. And you don't need to... forgive me, I'm an old person. What do you call that? Is it flaunting or what do you call that?
Not flexing.
You don't need to flex. It's called flexing. Why were you flexing?
Because what I was trying to convey was, since like it's the closing moments.
And you're doing it again, yeah.
Since it's the closing moments, I wanted it to be like as energetic as possible, such that the viewer remains like engaged like throughout the video. Since it's on YouTube, so my biggest worry was thinking like someone might watch it, then along the way of the video they can get bored and they might click away.
You flexed too much.
I see.
Accountability without excuses. Then you will learn
I've
more.
learned a new word, flexing.
Okay? Don't make excuses.
Our economy. So please, thank you for choosing Zambia. We hope
Bwelani ku Zambia.
First of all, I love the edit of the video, the creativity around it. And by the way, I've seen at the end that because it's YouTube, you even put, don't forget to click and subscribe. Brilliant. So a few things I like here. I've spoken about the fact that this is a social media piece. It's YouTube. It's great. Using the makeup brush and all those transitions, using each name and the cam. I think really creative, the pace at which the story was being told. You are brilliant in terms of your tonation, your choice of words, and how you speak to camera. I think you get it. You get the cut. Chingola, you need to practice a lot on your public speaking. In your piece, were you reading on your phone? But why did you sound like you were memorizing?
I wasn't, but I'm working on that.
Wow, I can't hear you.
I'm
You have
working.
a lovely smile, but you're not speaking to me. Communicate to us.
Yes.
Yes. Why did you come out as if you're memorizing?
I wasn't reading or...
You're shy?
No. I'm working on that.
What are you working on?
The shyness, the speaking in public.
Look, like we discussed yesterday, you've come this far,
Yes.
Meeting different people. I think you've got, the camera will fall in love with you if you just speak to it.
Yes.
Get to know your stuff. Can I give you a little trick?
Yes.
Speak to the mirror. Speak through the mirror every time. It might sound crazy. Speak to the mirror. Record something on your phone and you get better.
Okay, I will.
And finally, Limbikani.
Yes.
Less flexing.
Most definitely, yes.
You're just about to flex. So guys, for you, I think 7 out of 10 works for you. I love the creativity. Well done.
I told you. Our last team must be able to give us what we want. Give us. We have Tapiwa Mwewa, Sela Muchindu, Tasheni Kiembe, Yusuf Mustafa, Moses Musonda, Mlenga.
Chinsali, what's your name?
Good morning, my name is Mlenga Mumba.
Mlenga.
Yes,
Mlenga.
sir.
Tell us more about your team and your assignment.
Well, we are Team 6, and our assignment was to tell the Zambia Kuchalo story through the Instagram platform. So we used an approach of selling our agriculture, tourism, and our cultural diversity, as well as describing what each and every one of us loves about the country.
Great.
Mwavuga buti
40% of Southern Africa's fresh water runs through Zambia. The Tonga of the southern province turned that into maize that feeds the nation. Cattle that are wealth on 4 legs. When you eat nshima from the Batoka Plateau or steak from Mazabuka, you're tasting food security. We don't just grow crops, we grow stability. If Africa is the future breakfast, Zambia is the farm. Zambia is a nation built on cultural richness and unity. With over 70 ethnic groups, its strength lies in diversity, where traditions and language come together as one. Among these languages, Bemba stands out as one of the most widely spoken, connecting people across regions. Though they may sound slightly different, they all carry the same spirit and understanding. In Zambia, language is more than communication, it is unity. Why see one wonder when you can have 3 in one trip? Stand at the Victoria Falls, the only waterfall that's called the smoke that thunders. Track leopards on foot, where walking safaris were born, South Luangwa. Then cannon past elephants in the lower Zambezi. With no fence between you and the wild Africa. No crowds, no filters. This is safari before it was a trend. Most countries preserve their culture in museums. Zambia lives it on water and in royal courts. At Kuomboka, the Lozi king moves his entire palace to a higher ground as the plain floods, a 300-year-old ritual of survival and spectacle. At Ukusefya Pangwena, the Bemba celebrate the crocodile and the founding of the kingdom. 73 tribes, 0 wars. Our heritage isn't fragile. It's fierce and it dances. Every electric car, every smartphone, every green energy grid has a secret. Copper. And the new heart of the global copper beats in the northwest and the copper belt. Kansanshi and Lumwana are Africa's largest copper mines by output. Mopani kept Zambia's industrial furnace burning for 90 years. The world talks about the energy transition. Zambia is digging it out of the ground with 100 years of skill. In Zambia, warmth isn't just weather, it's in the people. From sunrise to sunset, hard-working hands shape the land, building communities and carrying forward the spirit of resilience and pride. And at the heart of it all is the food, shared, simple, and full of life. It's never just about eating, it's about connection. So then, what do you love about Zambia?
Green, nature, the vegetation is everything.
and Zambian people are welcoming. That's our nature.
For diverse cultures, we have 73 tribes under one flag. Find me another African country that can say Lwindi, Chwala. Well, there is none.
It's embedded in our national anthem, sentencing of Zambia, proud and free. The pride of the country is what I love the most about my people.
The peace and unity that we have in our country is the diverse food. We have such a vast amount of food, and it's so interesting that our Nshima goes with so many food combinations, and that in itself just shows how beautiful this country is.
Zambia is a friendly country.
Describe Zambia in one word.
Zambia is green,
peaceful,
love,
beautiful.
Peace out, sana.
Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this opportunity that you...
Faith in God gives us strength, purpose, and resilience. It keeps us grounded, helps us push through challenges, and unites us with shared values. That belief fuels our confidence to compete globally. But true success comes from combined faith with hard work, discipline, and consistency.
Great. So let's get straight into it. This was Instagram, right?
Yes, it was.
40% of something.
So this assignment was on Instagram, and like I told you yesterday, I have absolutely no idea what goes on Instagram, but all I know is that Instagram loves pictures and pictures and pictures. I was going to criticize you on that, but I saw pictures right at the end. It would have been nice to have more lovely pictures. I know you had videos. This piece is more of a documentary style of what you've done. It would be very nice for YouTube as well. I don't know whether documentaries do fit for Instagram style, but it's something different today that I've seen. I think this is the only docu type of style. I've seen magazine, I've seen something different. So you've gone way out doing docu style. Yusuf, that's you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a good voice, but it's how you use the voice. In your voiceover narration, I don't know whether you wanted to sound sexy or hoarse or whatever. You dropped the tone too much. The difference when you speak into the phone to describe Zambia, you are a very lively person, because I was wondering whether you're just a soft-spoken person. So try to practice using your voice differently for different occasions. If you had the tone of the voice was good, but it's just stronger a bit and a bit amplified, so that you hold this, because I mean you're trying to market and promote Zambia. If the pictures were not good enough, the voice would have taken us to sleep, because it became a bit too low. But when I hear you speak into the camera, you are quite amplified. So I think there was just that mismatch. The voice is good, but the tonation was not fit for that. We needed to amplify it. You've got no sashi. I can't see your town there. Huh? Wamuvulila. What's your name?
Why are you not wearing a
Huh?
sash?
What's your name? Tapiwa. Which part of Mufulira? Mwaka Mchanga. Ambia inawapa D50. Mwapa D49. Opposite Pacheche.
Small world.
Mwali wewe shivana msonda.
My mom's younger sister.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
So the style that you guys used, and I love it, by the way, because it was different. I was asking for when each and every one of you would come, because I saw you dancing, but then when you came to what do you love about Zambia, each one of you had something to say. And you just said one word. I was very disappointed. Like really? Because I was looking forward to hear more of you. Why was that?
Actually, we were looking at the time, because we only had 5 minutes to create the whole
You had
concept.
enough time. You cannot just say friendly, that's it.
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
So, I think you lost a moment. You lost a moment. And here's what I said yesterday. This is a competition. Do you want to win it?
Yes, sir.
It's tasks like this, it's competitions like this. There's 34 people. How will Alice remember that Tapiwa exists? Tawala ndapono kulanda. Yeah, so when you're given, this is a competition. You're given a moment to shine, shine. Don't say time. You all have the same time. So that style where each and every one of you had a moment to say something, I loved it. You spoke very well. You spoke about the tribes and the ceremonies. I think the 73 tribes in one flag and which country has that. So those are things and moments that I remember. What did you talk about? Wow.
Well, I talked about the unity and the peace that we have in Zambia.
Oh, great. So, Mr. Sodsa, I really love that combination of what you did. The ending part as well, I think, was really creative. How you put together the pictures, the walking together. I think you went a whole 9 yards talking about God and everything. And I think you've marketed Zambia from different aspects, the mining, the investment. So great job, guys. Great job. I give you 7 out of 10.
Good luck to the contestants, because after all this, Costa hands it over to Alice, who they face during elimination. By the way, elimination is now.
Moinse, come forward. In an interview, you said, we need you, whether we know or we do not know, whether we think it or we do not. Why should you still be here? Because we clearly don't need you. There are so many girls here that we could pick on, apart from you.
The reason why you should keep me, because I know everybody else has worked as much as I have, and they have put their commitment as well, being here. But I feel like I need this chance to prove that I can really put out my community, because that's what I was here for, to serve my community and to make sure that impact is done as I came for. But my message wasn't delivered, and it is because of my wrong choice of words that ended up in a wrong interview, and my intent wasn't delivered.
If I tell you that from that day I look at you as somebody rude, as somebody who's very stubborn, how would you change my mind to think of you differently?
I think the narrative that has been put across from that
The narrative that you created,
yes,
you mean?
Yes. The narrative I created from that day, I wouldn't disagree with you, because it did come out rude and attitude wasn't the best. But I think why you should change the narrative is because I have been at my best behavior, and this is my first mistake, I believe, and if given a chance, this will be my plea to do better and make better efforts to be a better person.
Nancy, come forward.
Thank you.
You are the only female, or rather only contestant from Undala, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why should you be here?
Not only will you keeping me here do me...
Speak up.
Sorry. Not only will you keeping me here do me a great favor, but I entered this competition not only for the growth that it provides, but also because I want to do something that is bigger than me, and that is be my country's representative. And I believe if I was to be given another chance, I would definitely work on the areas that you and management think need improvement or no need improvement, and work to being a better person that would be fit for that position if it was to be given to me.
Mufulia, please come forward. Why should you be here?
I believe I should be here because I align myself with the organization's values, and that is punctuality, discipline, and dignity.
What value do you bring to the table so far?
I believe I bring value to the table because of how I...
What value? Not how. What value do you bring to the table?
The value I bring to the table is the discipline that I have, the commitment that I have, and the passion that I have to this.
Everybody has commitment. Everybody shows up. Everyone has confidence.
I have
Give
what
me
it
a
takes.
different answer.
I have what it takes to put Zambia on the map.
Which is that anybody else doesn't have here?
I have the looks.
Okay, meaning others don't have the looks?
They all have the looks.
Okay.
Yes.
So give me some value. Something that anybody else here doesn't bring to the table. You can't tell me you have the looks to represent Zambia at the international stage. I mean, I think everybody here has a look to represent Zambia. We all Zambians. There is no Ethiopian here. All of us are Zambians.
Yes.
So you can't say you have the looks to represent Zambia. What value do you bring to us?
So the value that I bring to you is the commitment that I have.
Everybody has been committed here. Somebody slept at Diamond TV. Who is that person? Who slept at Diamond TV? That's commitment. Namsamba. That's commitment.
So I...
Kawa people. You come from Kawa 03, right? That's commitment. Give me something extra.
So I'm working night currently. So from here, like yesterday, from my... So the time I left the place around 20 and I rushed to work. Then from work, I came direct here. So this is more than 24 hours.
Why do you think you're here?
I'm here.
Why do you think you're standing where you're standing right now?
Because of the passion and the commitment.
Why are you on the chopping board? If you have been dedicating yourself, you've been very committed, you show up, you look good, why do you think you're standing on the chopping board right now? Because if you have the value that we are looking for, you wouldn't be here. We'll be reserving you for the top 10. So why are you here? Please go back. Two Chingolas. Who should go home? Between the two of you, who should go home?
Tianenji.
Who should go home? And give me a reason. Give me a reason why Tionenji should go home. Tionenji, grab the mic.
I think Vera should go home.
Give me the reason.
Because I feel she's not able to express herself and sell herself as much as she is expected to.
Solwezi, step forward. Who should go home? The mic. Tashani, why should you still be here? Or who should go, rather?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity, but on my part, I feel I'm not in the best position of eliminating my sister. I don't know for her, but on my part, I feel I'm not in the right position to eliminate her.
Who should go home between the two of you?
Well, I would conquer her. I do not know. However, you have been noticing us for the past few weeks.
I don't care about that. I don't do well with the pity parties. I don't do well with, oh, I conquer with her.
Okay.
Sisterhood and adversity. When you guys leave, you can hug each other and sisterhood can continue. Okay? But when you stand in front of me, I don't want to hear, oh my God, I conquer with her. I'm not in the best. But of course, yes, you're not in the best position. I can tell you to leave. I can tell you to leave. I am in the best position. But I'm asking you, you guys are standing together.
Okay.
You are competing with her. So who should go home between the two of you? I know. I can point at you to go home or you to go home. So don't tell me what I know already.
Okay. Well,
simple. If you want to go home, tell me.
I think Tashin should go home. Reason being is I'm going to speak about myself. I have prepared and I've seen to say I have my dedication throughout the the few weeks has shown how prepared I am. And I believe to say, even if I were to get a chance to join model management today, I have certain qualities that would make you proud of me. That's the reason why I should stay.
And she's not prepared, in your words?
I don't know about how prepared she is, but I'm sure about how prepared I am.
Well, talking of prepared, I am prepared, but the journey so far has been good on my side, and I think I've learned so much from the time I came. I think I'm not the same person, the same kind of person I was the first time I joined, and I've seen and I've learned a lot. I've learned so much about discipline, and I'm more prepared. I may not be perfect in all the areas, but I know I'm prepared, and I know I have what it takes to represent Zambia.
Group 4, step forward. Luai, what happened?
I feel we lacked in creativity and we were kind of stranded on the movements, so we had to work with what we had.
Stranded on the movement. Don't you two have cars? Vehicles?
No, that was my mom's car. She was using it.
Don't you have a vehicle? Why was that not communicated to? Because obviously if you guys had communicated, we could have found ways and means of helping, right?
Yeah.
But then you guys just kept quiet. And where's another person who's supposed to be here?
I think she communicated with Mr. Kabaso about traveling somewhere today.
Okay. When we talk about communication, this is the reason why you guys are here. If you had limitations, you could have communicated and something could have been done. What you did up there, you could have done better. There was no teamwork, and we always talk about the teamwork. There was a lot of confusion. I didn't understand Mwanga's concept. You're in the kitchen, you're talking about Shima, but then you're picking cup yami, shaking a cup yati. Then you show us standing outside in a sash, completely doing nothing, talking about Shima, you're smartly dressed. Then the next thing, Namia kumatewe lady. When you watch that, does it look like you're telling a story that people can actually follow? You are the team leader?
Yes.
Okay. Make me understand what that was all about, apart from limitation of transportation. Because whatever you did, you could have done it from here, Agora. Yeah? There are restaurants here that sells in Shima. So there was no need of you guys going to Mateveto. You could have done it there. Mwanga, the kitchen concept. We are at Agora. There's a kitchen. And you know these guys are our sponsors. Agora is our sponsor. You could have used their kitchen. So just make me understand what that was all about.
So understanding how Facebook works, we wanted to make multiple clips so that the viewers can still be engaged. So we wanted different locations so that they can be engaged, different clips so that they don't get bored of what they're watching. You still didn't make it
because you guys didn't even have transport and you guys didn't communicate your limitations. And even if Facebook needs a lot of clips of different pictures or videos and episodes, you could have done that from right here. Nobody would know that the restaurant that sells in Shima is at Agora. Nobody could have known you are inside of Agora's apartments. You could have clearly gone to dance on the streets. Right next there is Karingalinga. Why go so far? Just to do nothing. Next time, listen. Listen to understand. Okay? And work together. Communicate. You are a team. As a team, you work together. Yeah? Number 2, come forward. Please go back. Who was behind the concept of what you guys did? Mr. Costa described that as rubbish. I agree with him. There was nothing there. As a content creator, myself, you wouldn't beat me a bit. That was absolutely nothing. Waste of time, waste of production, waste of transportation. I hope you use your own money. Good. Your own money, your own see how it feels? Wasting your own money and only to get a response of it's rubbish. Who was behind that?
So we had actually mixed a few ideas of all of us together.
What's your name again? Sorry. Dimkulu in Ndalaba. Nothing personal.
My name is Mumba Jackson.
Jackson, you need to come down a little bit. Okay? This is a pageant. Okay? You need to sync yourself with what pageantry is all about. You need to understand the elegance that comes with being in a pageant. Okay? Yes, you have the confidence. Yes, you have the energy. But know when to use your energy. Know when to show your energy. You understand? Keep your elegance. The statement that Mr. Monsa made described you exactly at that particular moment. You should always learn to use your energy at the right time. Pageantry is all about being elegant. And carry yourself like that. Okay? James, you're on the chopping board. Why should you stay?
Well, the reason you should keep me is that looking at everyone here, especially my fellow males, I'm the shortest. And believe me on that, you're painting a picture in society. You're giving hope to the peers of my stature to say they can also do this. So I believe...
I don't think that's right. Have you ever met Miss World? No. Zambia? Faith One?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen how short she is? Do you really think she won because she was short?
No.
Okay, interesting. Please go back. Like I said, my team and I decided that only 3 people will be leaving today. Just to give those that will survive today a chance to pull up your socks. This doesn't mean the next one you won't be back. Solwezi and Chingola, please step forward both. Vera, this is the end of your journey. Next time when you come back well prepared. Know what this is. As a queen, even if your English is bad, we're all not perfect. Even when you cannot stand in front of people, but be able to say something, defend yourself, sell yourself. Right now, you can't even sell Chingola. Your answers are always left. Your answers don't make sense to anybody. Go back, Lane. Do your research. There's nothing wrong with you, but just do more research, okay? Your journey ends today. Sorry. You can leave. Thank you. Solwezi, Tashani, this is the end of your journey. Nothing is wrong with you. I just feel like next time, come well prepared. That's it. Thank you. You've survived. See you next week on a chopping board. James Kapata. You've been amazing. But your journey ends today. Thank you. Thank you so much and good day.
I'm a shy guy, but I do vibe with you.
Well, it's always so sad to see people walk away or them get eliminated, but that's what this competition is about. We want the best to make it to the final stage. Why? Because they will have duty to represent the country. That's how serious this competition is. So all the best to those who have been eliminated today, and all the best to those who have been left behind as the show goes on. Well, for this episode, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I never knew that I needed. Mommy, come closer. Let me show you how it feels to dance. Let me hold you. This a shallow, really my lover. There ain't no other can follow in my lead. Go, let me hold you. This a shallow, really, and we won't skip a beat.